What up everyone, Trublue here, and this is the third time this week I'm trying to record a Kamen Rider video. Third time to charm, right? Kamen Rider Gavv, however you pronounce it. First poster dropped, belt was shown off in a video by a YouTuber giving it early, and we got a ton of announcements for rider cards in different forms, so I just kind of want to talk about it. I'm very excited for this upcoming Kamen Rider, because I didn't really care too much for Gotchard. Still don't. That's a topic for another day, but the Kamen Rider of 2024, Gavv, who uses snacks and sweets to transform, already the gimmick alone sold me. I think it's really funny that he's a piece of gum, transform, and then his forms that we've been shown are, what, chocolate bar, chips, what is it, a lollipop? Something like that. It's like a sweets, kind of sweets form. And marshmallows, that's my favorite form that we've been shown. I also love how the suit doesn't feel like another Reiwa suit. All of the Reiwa suits so far, or the Kamen Riders, I mean, definitely feel more techy, per se. They feel a lot more modern. There's definitely a difference between, like, early Heisei and Showa compared to Reiwa. You can see the difference in their design styles, philosophy. Gavv definitely, his base form at the very least, is a lot simpler compared to the other Reiwa riders, and it definitely stands out, and I do appreciate that, because it does feel a bit of like fresh air almost, that we're not having this big fancy looking suit. You know, it's a much simpler suit overall, and I do appreciate that a lot. I do also appreciate that, like Gotchard and all the other riders for Reiwa, there's a ton of gimmicks with different access in the driver and forms, and unlike those, they're not full form switches. Different gummies, I guess, from what we've seen, will activate different properties. Like, you have his main gummy to transform, and then there's a few other ones that give him, like, a fist, or a sword, or his shoe for the finisher, like little things like that, I guess. This is a bit more speculation territory. That just might be a part of his power set, and we haven't seen that yet, but... And I do appreciate also that every form is a different sort of snack. So there's a chip form for, like, chip bags. And, you know, candy bar, chocolate candy bar for all those. Nice little details like that. I feel like we're probably going to get a few more, but hopefully we'll stick to a smaller number of all these auxiliary forms, so we can actually get them used and see them, and not see them get thrown away immediately like Gotchard, Revise, 01. A lot of them had these really cool suits and powers that got one cool fight scene, and that was it. So hopefully we get more akin to, like, maybe Ghost or X8 using their forms. Now, obviously, I can just keep praising the suits that we've seen, and I want to give a mention specifically to the undersuit. I do like the little legs pattern, how it's not this flush line, it's a bit jagged, as if you were eating away at it. The name itself, I actually want to, like, completely sidetrack from the sentence. I want to talk about the logo and its name. Gavv, or Gavv, however you pronounce it, I don't fully know, actually. I do appreciate that the two V's form little fangs, because, you know, you're biting. And on top of that, the driver, I know a lot of people have been hating on this driver. I actually really like it. I know it's a lot simpler, and the handle sticks out a ton. It's the same issue everyone had when they first saw the build driver. Of course, that flowed a lot better than Gavv's due to it having a mechanical monster-like design, but I do like it. It is fun. Seeing it go up and down, trying to eat whatever snack you put in, is so stupid and fun that I just have to appreciate it. And when it fully transforms and the gummy pops out, it sticks out its tongue. Again, it's the silly little stupid things that I appreciate. Now, that's all my current thoughts. Obviously, we don't know much more about this rider or what we're going to see in the show, so that's all I can say for now. But in terms of what I would like to see, or based off of rumors, a secondary based off of, like, sodas and different drinks like that sounds like a lot of fun. I'm hoping we get a really strong tertiary. Personally, not a fan of Valve fraud. And I, like everyone, Neon's story could have been a lot stronger, had more focus maybe in Geats. So I like another strong tertiary. John A will always be a goated tertiary, so I'm hoping for another one like her. Also, if we had a villain rider who was same sort of power set as Gavv, but was a different brand, so a competitor, that would be so funny. Like, oh my god, he uses the same powers as Gavv, but why is he evil? Oh, well, it turns out it's because he's using a rival brand. If we don't see any form of partnership, sponsorship, whatever the case for this season, wasted potential. Like, when we got X-Aid, obviously we got a few real-life games turned into Gotchards, and Pac-Man was even the final boss, or the big focus of his, what was it, the Winter movie? They say Generations. So I would love to see maybe some actual real-world candies get involved with the toy line. That'd be just fun. And the Legend Rider gimmicks so far, as we've already seen what Kuga will look like, and he's a Pac-Man, a very weird thing that we're getting to start off is the Kuga gummy, but having just a little gummy, you pop out and it's Kuga. Like, it's simple, it does its job. Personally, I think it would have been cool if they tried maybe a custom Legend Rider gummy that had a different pop-out feature or something, but that's beyond me. That's for the sole purpose of making more money. It doesn't matter at the end. Obviously, we had some silly gimmicks before, like Fruit Samurai and just full-on video games and doctors. So if the past of Kamen Rider is anything to go by this season, being snacks and sweets, probably going to be really messed up and dark, so I'm very looking forward to it and seeing where the story goes. People are also saying it's going to be the same writer as Geats 01 and X-Aid. I know a lot of people want to hate on 01 and Geats. No one wants to hate on X-Aid. But everyone wants to hate on 01 and Geats. I personally love both those seasons. I don't get the hate for, especially Geats. I thought it was probably the best regular season we've gone so far. Hot take. But, yeah, so I no clue who the writers are, what direction the story's going, how many writers we're getting. I am hoping for a smaller number of writers, like in Gotchard, and just general cast. Getting a lot of main time, because we've had, what was it, Ichinose's best friend shows up every once in a while, not constant, but is in the opening. Like, it's one of those things where it's like, I just wish he was there more, had more time to shine at the very least. So I hope we have a better balance of casting. And I do wonder what the villains are going to look like, I will say, because we've only seen and heard stuff about writers. I don't remember any rumors or leaks about villains. So I'm curious if they're going to also try sticking hard with the whole snacks thing, or if they're going to be other foods. I think it'd be fun if a reverse of what kids programming and just media in general would provide is if the villains were healthy food options or based on such things, and it would be the bad sides or the downsides of those things, showing the world that food isn't so different between each other or whatever. I don't know, I'm not rating the show. I think that'd be fun. Or if they go all in and makes like spoiled sweets or ruined versions of these snacks, that would be also a cool way of going about it. Again, we don't know anything at the moment. I'm just talking pure speculation and hopes at this point, but I do want to say I am very excited. I'm very excited for Gavv. Again, his suit definitely feels like it's gonna be a lot less CG. There's just a lot of less stuff on him, so I think we'll get more hand-to-hand action scenes, which I am looking forward to. Looking forward to seeing the combat, because Gotchard, phenomenal fight scenes, so is Geats. They've only been getting better ever since we reached 01. Like, great fight scenes, Saber, phenomenal, especially with all the sword work. Revives, we've got some really great fight scenes, combining with references and great shots. Geats really took everything and just made phenomenal fight choreography. Gotchard, again, is using all of his forms to the best of his abilities and is making some amazing fight scenes too. So I do look forward to seeing if Gavv can, in my opinion, keep the streak of better and better fight choreography going. As much negativity as I may feel toward any one of these prior seasons for Reiwa, I will say I think across the board they do have amazing fight and suit design, so I'm not worried about that for Gavv. I'm very excited, and I said before, I think the forms we haven't shown are so fun. He crushes a chip bag, and that crushed chip forms the sword blade. A cowboy with a chocolate bar gun is so silly. I love it. A big hulky mech form. I love those suits because they're so silly and fun, and that's what I like about Kamen Rider. It's just so fun, but can have these bigger moments in them. And a lot of people have been ripping on it, but I think the marshmallow form, best, peak form right there. If he fights by being this soft, squishy little guy, and he uses that to fight, that'd be fun. I assume it's just going to be a bruiser, you know, a punching form based off of the posture it's in and the bigger marshmallow-like knuckles almost. So it might just be that, but I think it'd be fun if it was a spin on that concept. But yeah, that's all I really have to say. I just kind of want to, spread the word on that Gavv is coming. We're almost at the end of Gotchard, shockingly enough. And I'm excited. I'm very excited to see where this goes. If you guys want to see me talk more about Kamen Rider, just in this more chill discussion-based format, let me know. I have a lot to say about other seasons, and if you want to hear why I don't like Gotchard, again, willing to share that information. Very much willing. I rip into that for a lot longer than whatever this video ends up being, probably like 10 minutes. But yeah, with all that being said, thank you all so much for watching. Please remember to share and subscribe, helps the channel a ton. I'll see you all next time. Have a lovely day, everyone.